Hey everybody, welcome to Let's Backbend Part 2. I'm Caryn, and we're going to get started with a little self-massage of the subscap. So just a little below the underarm here, using a block and a blanket. If you have rotator cuff injuries, please skip this exercise and just move ahead to the next one. Otherwise, block medium setting. Blanket on top of the block for a little extra comfort. This would be especially helpful if you are using a firm or cork block. Bend your elbow, bend your knees, and let your weight sink down. So again, that block is situated right below the underarm, and you might need to tilt your body or might enjoy tilting the body a bit until you find, there it is, a place to hold. Some spot that feels tender or sensitive, like a trigger point. And really let your body weight sink down here. Take some deeper breaths than you have in a while. And do your best to relax into this, even though it can be quite intense. We'll stay like 30 more seconds on the first side. I need to stay a little longer on this first side. I got a point here that is starting to release. When you're ready to switch sides, do left side up. Bringing the block medium setting under the right side body, just below the underarm. And make sure, if you can, that you do both sides. And keep in mind you might need a little extra time on one side. Knees are bent. Use your hand to cradle the head. Move around a little to find, there it is, that sweet spot on side 2. Okay, so this is, I would not call this comfortable, but I can definitely breathe into it. And it's important that you feel the same. If there's any discomfort, that's something that you can breathe through and tolerate and manage. If it's something that causes you to tense up so much that your breathing is restricted, I would suggest finding a different spot or skipping along to the next exercise today. And that goes for all of the shapes we'll experiment with in the sequence. Find that you work through some tension and want to discover a new spot, so you can move your body a little bit as needed. Find that new position and then hold. Like 4 more gentle breaths. So good. Okay, when you're ready, come out of that, press the top hand down, lift, and we'll move into a wide knee child's pose. You can definitely keep the blanket if you're working on a harder surface or have tender knees, otherwise just sit that blanket out of your way but in reach, and start to either stretch the arms or take your elbows on your block. Relax the head and tap your thumbs back. Awesome stretch here for the shoulder, upper back. The jaw, inner mouth relaxing. Hips, inner legs softening. 4 more rounds of breath here. And we'll come up to a kneeling wide knee position. No rush at all. And set your block out of the way. And lift your hips under your forearms. And keep the left forearm down and find a twist to the right. Raise your arm. Notice the shoulder mobility here. Close and open the hand a couple times and then switch. Bring your right forearm down. Lift the left arm. Keep the knees wide. Open the chest. Inner thighs stretching. And we'll reset. Both forearms down. Measure opposite hand to elbow. Interlace all 10 fingers and firm the pinky edges of both hands down onto the mat, nice and flat there. Lift your hips high like a dog, down dog. This is dolphin pose. Breathe into the shoulders. And no point is your head on the ground. So it might graze, but it's not resting there. Upper body's folding you. Head hovers. Let the heels drip. Feel free to walk the toes a little closer. And then we'll come into a down dog, palms press. Downward facing dog, chest relaxed, upper arms engaged. Pedal your feet, get into the calves. Grip with your finger pads and now walk forward, top of the mat, and either rest your hands on your block or loop your peace fingers and thumbs around your big toes. Inhale, halfway lift, straight arms and spine. Exhale, bend elbows, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, straight arms and spine. Exhale, bend elbows, pull yourself down, heavy head. 1 more of each without my cues. Breathe here. Give your head some gentle sways. Release your grip. Bend your knees even more. Keep your knees pointing forward. And then like you're dripping downward, start to roll up bone by bone towards standing position. Few elbow circles, hands to the shoulder heads. Circle back and back and back and back. Last 4 and 3, 2, and 1. Reach up high, look to your palms if you can. Exhale, cactus. Back bend here, knees stay bent. Lift your chest and release. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, fold forward toward the earth. Let the head and chest drape downward as the hips lift. Inhale halfway, hands toward the shin bones, or if you want a little more upper body engagement, reach one arm forward and one arm back. And then switch with bent knees and switch. So more important to keep the spine long versus straight legs here. 3, 2, and 1. Fold forward. Step to plank. Plank position, top of your push-up, hips level with the waist. Exhale, lower your knees, followed by your chest and chin. Inhale, cobra. Lengthen legs, point the feet. Raise your chest and belly. Gaze slightly forward for 3. Open heart. 2. Downward facing dog. Hips high. If you'd like a rest, stay here. If you'd like to repeat that sequence, inhale forward to your plank. Long legs. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down dog. You might like to revisit that one more time from plank, knees, chest, chin, back bend, cobra, to your dog position. Couple breaths, downward facing. Moving right into half puppy, lower your knees, lower both elbows, and now we'll use the right forearm as a pillow and stretch the left arm fully. Feel free to flex your feet here. If you have the mobility and prefer to guide your chin down, that's an option as well. 2 more breaths and we'll try the second side. Use that supporting arm to lift up. Use your left forearm as your pillow, right arm stretch. Bow your head. Try to keep equal weight in both knees here. Four more gentle breaths in puppy. Plenty of time to exit, ground rise. Have a seat on your heels and bring your hands down. Exhale, lift your hips, lift your chest. Lower slowly, and then lift again. You might like to sync this lift with an inhale, and exhale, slowly lower. Feel free to widen the knees if that's more comfortable. Up on the inhale, and down on the exhale. Just imagine, little knee crack. Imagine that someone's hand is at the back of your heart, assisting gently here as you lift and as you lower. Maybe 2 more. And rest. Hands to the lap. Keep the body quiet. If you'd like to join me in a mudra for the heart chakra, you can take your ring finger on your right hand and bring that ring finger in between the webbing of your index and middle finger on the left hand. And then do the same the other way. The ring finger of the left hand moves over between the index and middle finger of the right hand. Curl the middle fingers down. That will hook the ring fingers into place. So curl those middle fingers down. Bring the pinkies to join, index fingers to join, and thumbs to join. So it forms a little bit of a heart shape there. Eyes closed, inner gaze to the heart chakra beneath the sternum. Visualize the color green. Be an emerald stone or fresh grass or Granny Smith apple. Pick your favorite shade of green. Invite some more lively, luscious breaths. And when you start to fatigue of that mudra, take a break. Hands down. You can even circle out the wrists a few times in each direction. You can shake out the hands. We'll come down to the belly next. Sphinx pose, forearms parallel. Heart forward, heels of the hands back. An option to bend your left knee, look over your right shoulder. Such a good stretch for the front body here. Keep firming down through the length of both forearms. Exit the twist, left leg low, switch, bend your right knee, and look over your shoulder. You can always do one component but not all, so you might stay center in Sphinx. You might try the knee bend without the neck mobility, or you might look over your shoulder without bending your knee. Back to center and try seal. Widen the hands slightly, Hands to 10 and 2 or 11 and 1. Spread the fingers wide. Move the chest center forward. Press down through the pubic bone. And option to bend both knees. My anatomy, the feet just like to come together. And that feels fine for the low back. But if it didn't, I would release the feet down or keep them wide. You might start to trace your gaze higher on the front wall. As your chin lifts, ensure that your shoulders don't follow. 3. Strong upper back. 2. And release. Downward rest. Windshield wiper legs. When you've had enough of that, lower one and both legs downward. Bring opposite ear toward the earth. Connect with the beating of your heart. A calm and steady breath. And one other inner sign of vitality that you can notice. Next, meet me on the back. We'll set up for supported bridge. Do locate a block. Stand the feet parallel hip distance and arms low. Exhale here. Inhale, lift your pelvis. Place the block, whatever setting feels medicinal, right under the sacrum. And make sure the shoulders do not hunch up. Try to keep your head still and quiet as there is some weight in the neck. Freedom to stay here. If you prefer to come into supported legs up the wall, ensure your block is at a lower setting before you lift the feet skyward. Encouraging circulation, blood flow down toward the organs, including the heart. This is a wonderful counterpose to backbending. You might like to hang out here until you feel the ankles and the feet physically lightening up. Eventually, you bend the knees, lower one and both feet down. Exhale. Inhale, firm the seat, lift the pelvis, remove the block. Try to keep the hip points level and lower bone by bone. Butterfly pose, knees wide, soles of the feet join. You can tee or cactus the arms, maybe hands behind the head, whatever feels comfy. Couple more breaths in this shape. Plenty of time to rejoin the knees with or without using the hands. Stand the feet and scoot your hips slightly to the right, sway your legs to the left. Arms may widen. You can add in a little neck stretch here, looking away from your bottom hip. Sometimes I like to separate the feet slightly and then lift the left ankle, right quad. When you're ready to exit, head first, back to center, ankle down, hips level, right at the middle of your mat. And switch sides, hips to the left, legs to the right. If you want to do that ankle lift, try keeping the feet apart. And raise that bottom ankle to the left quad. Gaze left. Plenty of time to exit, back to center, chin over the middle of the chest, hips level. And one last squeeze, raise both knees, lift your head face, gather the shins, opposite hand to elbow, get super compact. See how compact you can become here. 3. Scrunch in even more, yogi. 2. Exhale, final Savasana. Recline in a manner that is comfortable, feels neutral, so that you can ensure minimal movement. The less you do here, the better. When distractions arise or you feel pulled by something occurring externally, see how quickly you can return to observing inwardly anything that might be happening. You can focus on your breathing. You can focus on the lungs. You might focus on relaxing the toes, ankles, and moving upward. A quick body scan to help relax each body part one by one until finally the whole body is completely relaxed. Breathe in a sense of calm and exhale anything unnecessary. Stay for a few more moments with the eyes closed. Wherever you are in your breath cycle, exhale. Guide hands to chest, eyes are still closed. Feel the rise and fall of breath into your hands. Begin to sway your head sweetly from side to side. And eventually back to the middle. Wiggle the toes. You can wiggle all 10 toes together or try one by one. And now a full body stretch, big inhale, reach, reach, reach. Exhale, knees to chest, roll gracefully to one side, fetal position. Plenty of time here. Once you're 100% ready and alert, use arm strength to press down, rise up seated, face front. Couple shoulder circles to the back. Keep the chest broad, connect the palms. Exhale completely. A fresh full body inhale. Cleansing, exhale. And two more together. Inhale to the tippy top. Let the lungs expand to their potential. Exhale without force. And one more. Inhale, thumbs to third eye like a kiss. Exhale, we bow to the light in all beings. Namaste. All right, everybody, that is our Let's Backbend Part 2 flow, and I hope you had fun. Let me know know in the comments if you have any questions or requests, and I'll see you next time. Stay healthy.